Effective prayer. I suppose it's the desire of everyone. I mean, who wouldn't want an effective prayer? You know, the idea you're going before the creator of all the universe, with whom nothing is impossible. Seems to me like everybody'd like to have an effective audience in that particular place. So, how do we do that? What steps are involved in having a very effective prayer life? Now, we're going to look at two basic concepts because this isn't a long series, right? We got a little short video here. We're going to start with James 5:16, where he says, the effective, fervent prayer of a righteous man avails much. So, a key ingredient is that a person must be righteous, not in their own eyes, not in the eyes of their friends, but in the eyes of God. Now, that's the trick. Everybody on earth can say you're an awesome person. If God disagrees, then you will not have the effective prayer of a righteous man. Now, the other side of that, the other side of the coin, be 1 Peter 3:12, where he says that God is against those that do evil. So his face is against those. He's not listening to their prayers, meaning he's not going to honor their prayers. So we have be righteous and we have don't be evil. If you're evil, well, then we got all kinds of problems. So what is evil? I think the mistake that we make is that we tend to think that evil is things like murder. Ooh, that is evil. Rape, definitely evil. Selling drugs to elementary school children, well, selling illegal drugs to anyone would be evil. Breaking into houses and stealing things, absolutely evil. There are those things that, for lack of a better term, let me call them extreme evil, and they're out there. And I think that we make the mistake and go, well, I'm a righteous person. Because let's face it, I've never murdered anyone. I've never raped anyone. I don't sell illegal drugs. I don't break into houses and steal things. I'm a pretty good person. See, those are all good things. Those are a step in the right direction, but that's not the point. The point is to be righteous in God's eyes. And God has a deeper definition of what righteous is than just 4 or 5 evil things we don't do. So, Matthew 6:33 on the board where it says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. That means, in God's perspective, a righteous person is someone who really, let me add to that, really desires God over everything. He loves the search for God more than money. He loves the search of God more than recreation. He loves the search of God more than family. Not saying that you can't have these other things. I'm saying all of those things are secondary and lower compared to the love and the desire and the passion a person has for God. Anytime there's a conflict between the two things, God wins out every single time. Every time. No exception. God, number one. Even if it costs us our life in some odd situation, we'll be faithful unto death. That's Revelation 2:10. So Romans 12:1 says that we present our bodies a living sacrifice. We don't negotiate this. We don't negotiate with God and go, well, God, I'll tell you what, I'll give you Sunday morning if you'll give me that promotion I want at work. And, well, now I'll throw in Sunday night too, if I can have an extra bonus at Christmas. No, we don't play that game. Well, actually, some people do, but God doesn't play that game. A righteous person is a person who seeks to be transformed by the renewing of their mind. That's Romans 12 and verse 2. See, and too many people are in Christianity hanging on to their agenda, hoping God will bless their agenda, and they haven't let go of it yet and said, God, I want your agenda. I want your purpose. I want to seek your kingdom first, and I'm willing to sacrifice everything in my life to advance your cause. Help me see the direction I should go. Now, there you're going to have a very effective prayer, but not many people are going to pray that prayer. Also, Revelation 3, verse 14, 17, on in that passage, that's the famous passage where he says that he will spew the lukewarm out. You see, here we're back to this thing about what is evil. Because lukewarm people, they're not especially, let me say, horrifically evil. Lukewarm people can be great co-workers. Lukewarm people can be great neighbors, great citizens in a community. Lukewarm people are, they're okay. They're not bad people. They certainly don't need to go to prison, but they're not righteous in God's eyes. That's why in Revelation 3 he said he would spew the lukewarm out. He'd rather have us cold or hot. Make a choice. Get off the fence. Choose a team. Get in the game. And those who sit around in a lukewarm manner and they serve God when it's convenient. I'll serve God, but, if I get a better invitation, I'm going to put God on hold so I can go do something else. Now, those are evil people. And they're not going to have an effective prayer life. It's the way it works. It's God's rules, not mine. I'm just telling you what God said. Now, I want to encourage you to go read it with your own eyes. James 5:16, go read these verses again with your own eyes, because it's not me, it's God. And if you want to have that effective, fervent prayer, and this is an awesome beginning point. Is there more we could say? Absolutely. I'm a preacher. We could do weeks on this. But right now, this is the place. Get a start there. Get righteous in the eyes of God, and you will have an effective prayer life. So that's a lot to think about. There's a lot of meditation right there on the chalkboard. Give it some thought. Put your comments below if you'd like. And as always, have a great day.